Hi, in this video we'll be learning the topic of bearings. Now let's consider a point A and another point B. Now if I were to ask you how do you reach B from A, then how will you express that? Okay. Now let us consider from point A. First I'll draw a reference line, and my reference line will always be in the north direction. So this is the north direction, and from here if I were to draw a line to point B, which is like this, if I were to draw a line to point B and I measure how much is this seems to be approximately 110 degree. So then what I will do is, from A, if you with north as your reference, and if you measure 110 degree and you go along that direction, then you will reach B. That's how you explain how to reach B. From A, if you have to reach B, how will you explain that? You can use your own different methods, but in bearings we use this particular concept. So you take the north direction as the reference line, and from there you measure how many degrees it is to reach B. So it's 110 degrees, and the measurement is always clockwise. So from A, and with north as a reference, if you measure 110 degrees and draw a line and proceed in that direction, you will reach B. Now how is this expressed exactly in as bearing is? The bearing of B from A is 110 degree. That's it. When I say the bearing of B from A is 110 degree, what I mean is, if you have to reach B from A, what you do is, from A you need to draw a line in the north direction, measure 110 degrees clockwise, and then proceed in that direction, and then you will reach B. So instead of saying all these, explaining it in such a detailed way, in a simple way what we say is, the bearing of B from A is 110 degree. Bearing of B from A is 110 degree. That's it. That's the concept of bearing. So now what we do is, we'll start solving some problems from the textbook. So if you see page 51 in your textbook, so please have your textbook before we go ahead with this discussion. Please keep your textbook and solve the problems along with me. That will help you a lot. So it's page 51, exercise 3F 1A, exercise 3F 1A. The problem is, it says, make a diagram for each of these bearings. This is 145 degree. So just choose some point. I'll choose this and I'll call this A, and from here I'll draw the reference line, and that is the north. I am drawing the north. You need not write this north, not at all required. You just put an arrow mark, and this arrow mark represents A, and then I want 145 degrees. So with a protractor you need to measure 145 degrees. So I'll keep my protractor like this. Okay. So here it is 0. I need to measure 145. So 145 is here. I just marked 145 degrees, and then connect these 2 points. That's it. And then mark the angle, write 145 degrees. So always when I say 145 degrees, bearing is always clockwise. The direction is always clockwise. It's implied. So the angle is measured always clockwise. And then let us choose another problem. 1D says 085 degrees. Sorry, there's no space here. I'll draw 1D here. 1D says 085 degrees. Okay, now why this 085? Sorry, yeah. Why this 085 and why not just 85 degrees? Bearing is, if you start from here, so which is north, and you turn like this, it's 90, this is 180, and this is 270, and then 360. Maximum is 360, and then it's the next turn again, you know, you can say it's like 90, 180, it goes on like that. So since the degrees that we can measure is, it's up to 360 degrees, which are 3 digits, so we express 85 degree with a 0 just to show that it's 3 digits, 085. So now how to draw 085? Choose any point, I'll call this A, and then draw the north, and you represent the north with this arrow mark. And now with your protractor, okay, I just measure 85 degrees, so keep the protractor here, keep the protractor here, and then this is 90 degree, I want 85 degrees, so 60, 70, 80, 85 is here, 85 is here. So I just join this to two lines, these 2 points. So this is, and mark this angle 085 degrees. That's it. Now we'll go to exercise 2. And which problem shall we solve in exercise 2? Exercise 2 is, I think I'll go with the last problem, which is 165 degree for 20 kilometer. So before that, the heading, by first making a scale drawing, find the distance traveled east and south by a ship sailing on a bearing of 165 degree for 20 kilometer. So we need to draw a bearing of 165 for 20 kilometer. Now I can't represent 20 kilometer on the paper, so we need to make use of scale. What I will do is, let us say scale, I will take 21 centimeter equals 5 kilometer. My scale is 1 centimeter equals 5 kilometer. So I'm solving 2C, and then it is 165 degree for 20 kilometer. So choose some random point. I'll choose this point, and then from here I need to measure 165 degree. First mark north, this is north, and then from here I need to measure 165 degree. Always the measure is clockwise. So 0, 10, 130, 140, 150, and this is 165. This is 165. So I need to join this and this point, and it says 1 centimeter is 5 kilometer. I need to represent 20 kilometers. If 1 centimeter is 5 kilometers, then 4 centimeters will be 20 kilometers. 4 centimeters will be 20 kilometers. So I'll choose. So I need to connect this and this point, and I need to draw a line that is 4 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. So 1 centimeter is 5 kilometers, therefore 4 centimeters will be 20 kilometers. So this is, I'll call this point A, and I'll call this point B. Now this is 20 kilometers. From A to B it is 20 kilometers. Now what we have to do is, we need to find out the distance traveled east and south. The distance traveled east and south. This is north, this is east, and this is south. So the distance traveled east and south. What I'll do is, I'll complete a triangle like this. So from A, along this direction, if I go along this direction, that is opposite to north. This is the south direction. So how much has it traveled south? I just have to measure this distance, and this distance happens to be 3 point this distance happens to be 3.8 centimeters. So 3.8 centimeter means 1 centimeter is 5 kilometer. 3.8 centimeter will be 3.8 into 5, which is 5 8s are 44, carry 5 3s are 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19.0, so which is 19 kilometers. Okay, and then I need to measure this distance. This distance is east, so when you move to your right, it is east. How many centimeters? This is slightly more than 1 centimeter, and so it's 1.1 centimeters. 1.1 into 5 is 5.5 kilometers. So this way it is 5.5 kilometers. This is how you solve this problem. Now let's move to problem 3. Problem 3 in the textbook. Problem 3 says, by first making a scale drawing, find the distance traveled west and south by a ship sailing on a bearing of 210 km for 100 kilometers. So first we need to decide the scale. Bearing of 210 degrees for 100 kilometers. So 100 kilometers I have to draw. So let me take 1 centimeter is 10 kilometers. So to represent 100 kilometers, I need to draw a line that is 10 centimeter long. So now I'll solve 3a, and the problem is 210 degrees for 100 kilometer. Choose any point. I'll choose this. Mark the reference line or the north direction, and then I need to measure 210 degrees. I need to measure 210. So I can't measure 210 on a protractor, so what I will do is 360 minus 210 gives me 150 degrees. So instead of measuring 210 degree clockwise, I will measure 150 degree anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise, so this way 150 degree. So if here to here it is 150, here to here it will be 210. So I need to draw a 10 centimeter line. Can I draw a 10 centimeter line here? Is this enough? 0 to 10. This is not enough. So I'll just shift my point of reference. I'll choose this particular point. Draw the north. And then now measure 150 anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise 150. 30, 140, 150 is here. Done. I marked 150, and then it's 100 kilometers, so I need to draw a 10 centimeter line. This is 10 centimeter. Okay, before this, write the scale. Please write the scale. Scale 1 centimeter equals 10 kilometers. So now I have written this is point A, and I have drawn a 10 centimeter line. I'll call this point B. This is 10 centimeter. 1 centimeter is 10 kilometers, so 10 centimeter will be 100 kilometer. So this is done. The drawing is done, and I need to find how much distance is west and how much distance is south. So north, west, east, and then south. So I need to find how much distance west, so how much distance like this, and how much distance like this south. So you can draw the triangle like this, or you can draw the triangle like this. I'll just draw like this. So now if I measure this distance, it is south. I'll check how much is this. This is 8.7 centimeters. So 8.1 centimeter is 10 kilometers. 8.7 centimeters will be 87 kilometers. And this is 87 kilometer south, here to here. So this way it is south, and I need to measure this distance. Here to here it is west, and this is 4.9 kilometers. 4.9 kilometers. So 4.9 into 10 will be 49 kilometers. So the answer for this problem will be the ship has traveled to the west by 49 kilometers and south by 87 kilometers. So in the next video I will solve the other problems. So we'll stop here.